On point number 3, Mr. Speaker, we have embarked on a signature campaign inter alia to call for the reduction of electricity tariff by 30% for our domestic user, commercial user, and industrial user. Mr. Speaker, we started the campaign in January, end of January, 28th of January until end of April. Our initial target was 100,000 signatures to be collected. But within this period of time, we have managed to collect 113,000 signatures. It just shows the overwhelming support. And even up to today, there are people who wish to sign and participate in the signature campaign, and they continue. Let me finish this sentence. Continue to submit their forms to us in our signature campaign. Yes, honourable member from Nangka wish to seek clarification.
Regarding your signature campaign, you claim that you have gained 113,000 of signatures. May I know, do you have an independent auditor to account the number of 113? Knowing that TAP during their own election could not count a simple arithmetic.
Mr. Speaker, if honourable member from Nangka wish to bury his head in the sand, to be oblivious of the fact that there are so many Sarawakians who wish that the government can lower the electricity tariff, so be it. So be it. We will submit this to the Right Honourable Chief Minister. We will submit the signature forms today. We will submit these forms to the Yang Amat Chief Minister.
The member of Sarawak.
That is how you practice. One person saw 1,000 forms. That is how you do it, is it? Otherwise, why will you accuse us of doing that? We DAP has integrity, not like Barisan Nasional. Hey, no, say.
Honourable member. Honourable member, don't implicate anything about honesty or dishonesty against any member. Those words should not be used here. Okay? It's not question of who is using the words. Okay, so you're giving away some more, eh? You're giving away some more?
Yes, just giving. Thank you, Kota Sentosa. My question is very simple. In your course of acquiring the signatures from one coffee shop to another coffee shop, anywhere, around Chong Chieng or Cebu, did you tell them, or even Sriyan, Minister here said, did you tell them, this is my question, did you tell them this signature is required to obtain a campaign to lower the tariff, or did you say that this is to lower the electric bill? That's a difference. Because what I was made to understand from those people who have signed the signatures, they said, oh, dia cakap ini signature untuk turun electric bill. Kalau electric bill, saya setuju lah, saya sign. That can be very deceiving, you know, between tariff bill and tariff.
Okay.
And honestly,
Assistant Minister thinks that your question not good enough, so he wants to add on.
It's just that, Kota Sentosa, any human being, if you ask this kind of question, would you like to have something for free? Of course they would love it. If you want to have your electricity bill lowered, of course they would like to have it. This is something where you know the answer already. So even if you are to place it down there at the shopping complex, I believe everybody will sign, not because they are supportive of DAP, but they are because they want to have their tariff lowered. But then this is something which is not a very fair way to gauge sentiment, because the way I see it, this is not proper. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, I agree totally with what Honorable Assistant Minister Member for Asajaya was saying. Those who signed the forms, I did not say that they support DAP, but they support the signature campaign, which is to call for the lowering of the tariff. To answer Yang Brahma from Sarawak, when we go to coffee shop, how we tell them? We give them this form, this pamphlet here behind is what our signature campaign is for. We just give them. Some of them read it and sign it. And they ask us, we say, signature campaign untuk merayu kepada kerajaan supaya turunkan harga elektrik. And our pamphlets here is in Bahasa, Chinese, and English. I think most Sarawakians will know. So like what Honorable Member for Asajaya has said, everybody wants it. Sure enough. So why is not the government? Why is the government refusing to lower the electricity tariff for Sarawakians? Yeah, sure.
To electricity tariff, you just place down there across the board, I want to get your signatures for lower of price for sugar, lower price for fuel, anything that you want to lower, public surely love it. So it's not just electricity tariff. This is what I'm trying to say. Human beings, they love to get something lower. So you just play it out on the board, everything has to be lowered. We are fighting for it. Public definitely will want to have it lowered. It's similarly, would you like to have things for free? Of course, everybody would say, yes, give me. If I can apply for BRIM, I would apply for BRIM too, because it's for free. It's just that I cannot. You see, it's something like that. So anything that is for free, anything that you want to reduce, of course, everybody would love that. We would love that. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. As if he's afraid, as if I did not get his point. I got your point clear, loud and clear, that you also support this signature campaign. Now, the question is whether the government can afford it. That is the question. We want a lower tariff for Sarawakian. Yes, a lot of people want it. Even Asajaya wants it. So now the question is whether we can afford it. Mr. Speaker,
You also went to Sajaya.
I think we have also stated in our pamphlet here, behind there, where they sign. These are just part of it. These are just part of the signature forms. Every one of them we collected. 110,000 with ICs and signatures and names. Whether we can afford it. Mr. Speaker, there are three reasons.
The other member from Maldives is saying, do you give way?
Yeah, okay.
Speaker, the signature campaign is very misleading indeed. Very misleading. It is a very simple campaign. Now, DAP is very proud that they have achieved 100,000 signatures. But it started from January until now for 4 months. Yeah? It means that the people did not succumb to what the good sweets that were used by the DAP. Alright? So it is nothing proud of that, because you are misleading the people without considering what are the implications. And your pamphlet is very simple. It's very simple without telling the actual fact, what is going on.
Our campaign is based on facts. Unlike what the assistant minister just said, it's just rhetoric. You are misleading the people without substantiating. Our campaign is based on facts. Can SESCO afford to lower electricity tariff by 30%? 30%. Mr. Speaker, with the operation of Bakun Dam, Mr. Speaker, cost of generation of electricity for SESCO is reduced to 0.065 ringgit Malaysia, i.e. 6.5 cent per kilowatt hour for electricity generated by Bakun Dam. That is how cheaply SESCO purchased electricity from Bakun Dam. 6.5 cent per kilowatt hour. But SESCO is selling to us electricity at a tariff of 30 cents per kilowatt hour. That is 400-500% profit margin. Of course, I agree that there are costs of transmission or cost of distribution. There are some loss of power along the way when the power is generated in Bakun Dam and transmitted to the end user. But Mr. Speaker, how costly can that loss in power or cost of transmission and distribution, how costly can those costs be, Mr. Speaker? So that's why we are not asking SESCO to lower by 50% or 60%. We are just asking SESCO to lower the tariff by 30% based on the cost of generation. And secondly, SESCO is selling electricity supply to press metal, Tokuyama, and some of the smelting plants in Samalaju, the SCO area, and as low as 11 cents per unit of electricity. But they are selling to local industrialists at the price